how's it going? I'm Rat King here with another dope ass interview. Today we are talking to this person. What's your name?
Danielle Evans.
All of my friends know that I cancel, and I'll ignore all of the text. I hate that I can't control my own head. I'm becoming someone I'll repent.
I am an independent artist, so I make music and I
Heck
sing.
yeah. For the record, you make really good music. We love your stuff over at Ascendance.
That really means a lot. Thank you.
Well, absolutely. So, what's your favorite food?
It's either the three things. I have a top three, not just one.
Always
Chicken.
good.
I love chicken. Any type of pasta and tacos. I love me some good tacos.
That's like a 3 for 3 list right there. That's like whoever doesn't have that list, they're not eating right. I'm gonna just put it that way.
Really,
You know what I mean?
literally, and it's the only two things I know how to cook. So
I mean, hey, that works out then.
I
Heck
can make
yeah.
mean chicken Alfredo. Let me just tell you that.
Ooh. So keep that in mind for the future when Danielle Evans is blown up and y'all are pulling up to the celebrity party. Get that Alfredo because she knows what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Well, hey, it's awesome to have you here today. Um, I have been looking through your music for the last couple of weeks and just checking it out and seeing what you've been rocking and rolling with. Your latest song, One More Day, has actually been standing out a lot for me. Could you tell me a bit about what that's about?
One more day. Well, it was when I wrote it in late 2020, beginning of 2021. So it's been a little bit back. But pretty well much. Mental health is something that obviously a lot of people suffer with. And I am one, and I am a mental health enthusiast as well. I love anything mental health, love spreading awareness, and my mental health really, really took a toll. I lost my job, a sudden loss in the family that really took us all by surprise, and I just felt so lost and I didn't really, know how to cope with anything. And it just got to the point where I was pretty well much just surviving to stay at this point. And songwriting is a way of how I cope with things. It's been like that for years, ever since I started really taking music seriously at around 15. I'm 23 now, so it's been quite a while, but songwriting has always been that one like thing I could latch onto whenever I'm in a rut. And I started singing this random melody, and it was No One Knows We're Live is like behind closed doors, and it just spurred out of me in that moment. I can, sometimes it takes up a couple hours to write a song, sometimes it takes days, sometimes it takes weeks, and this song just poured out of me. It really felt like a blur in the moment because all of my feelings and emotions that I was bottling up and completely just isolating myself, it just poured out of me. And I rewrote some lyrics in the beginning of this year. I put the song in the closet when I was done with it, and I didn't touch it. And I found it in March of this year, and I was like, "Hey, I really want to release this because after everything that's happened in the world and mental health, how it's been affecting people for the last year and a half, I really feel like in my heart that this will connect with people and give them the hope that, I wish I was able to give myself back then. And pretty well much, I rewrote some lyrics I got in touch with one of my producer friends. His name is Rebel, and he made this track for me, and that's how One More Day came about. And the meaning of One More Day is obviously just, fighting to make it one more day and keep holding on when things are tough, and that, it's okay to know that you're struggling and to let others know, because you don't have to fight anything alone.
Amen to that. Oh, absolutely. I love that that's the message of that song. It is something that resonates with me as well when I hear it. You know what I mean? As someone
Mhm.
who's also been through tough times, I know how tough it can be to fight for that next day. So I
Mhm.
think you nailed that very well with that song. I really like that one.
Thank you. That's one of the most vulnerable, deep songs that I poured my heart and soul into, and I'm really, really proud of how it's
Abs
doing. Hearing others' stories when they message me and getting to hear their own stories that they wouldn't tell anybody else, and letting others hear my music and hearing how they connect with it is something that I'm just so grateful and so inspired to be able to, hear.
Amen to that. No, absolutely. So, you kind of mentioned in there how some songs take a minute to write, some songs take a whole month. Like, and I know exactly what you mean by that.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to your process, right? You mentioned with this one how you kind of let it all out and the song kind of worked out.
Yeah.
Um, do you follow the same process when you're writing those songs, or do you feel like every song kind of comes from a different place, which is what gives your music such, I would say, like elasticity, if that makes
Yeah.
sense?
Every song, excuse me, every song really like has its own way. It depends on the situation, what I'm feeling, what I want to get like a message across. They really just, it depends on each song, and that's what I love about how I songwrite. It's not all just, oh, it's the same thing, because if you just keep doing the same thing one after another, it just gets, you're just lagging. It's just boring,
It
to
gets
my
so boring.
personal opinion. So I like doing things differently, and you know,
Absolutely. Um, as someone who champions mental health, right? Um, I know that I consider music therapeutic to myself.
mhm.
And I would assume you probably come down a similar path from that previous
Oh yeah,
anthem.
oh yeah.
So for someone who's like looking to get onto that path in the right direction, what's some advice you have for starting into this and getting into music? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I would say don't give in to the voice in your head that's telling you not to. That is the one thing. And don't let others' opinions or thoughts or anything just negative, toxic, keep you from doing what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Don't, I mean, some opinions can be nice, don't get me wrong, but just letting it all happen when you want it to happen. And when you do let it happen, don't give up. That is the one thing I tell everybody, is not to give up. No matter
Mm-hmm.
how small, how big, everything is, do not give up. Keep pushing, because you are going to get there. I'm still getting there, and I just started taking this seriously uh a year and a half ago, and I'm still getting to where I want to be. Just the number one thing I always tell people is just don't give up.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep getting there. You're gonna get there. It's gonna take time, and it takes time for everybody. You don't just immediately, oh, get to the finish line. It's milestone after milestone, baby step
Ooh,
after baby step.
it takes time. That is,
It
if I
does.
haven't heard a truer sentence. I hear that for sure. But no, that and I'm happy to see that you've been succeeding too. Last time we talked, I think you had just broken 19,000
Yeah,
monthly listeners, and now you're almost at 19,500, which means it's what, 2 weeks?
yeah.
Like that's some crazy growth. How's that been? Like that cool?
Yeah, it's been crazy. It really has been. I'm not normally like, oh, looking at the stats. Like stats are all
Mm-hmm.
I care about. Yada yada yada. I glimpse at them every day.
Mm-hmm.
Just to look. Like I don't really numbers. I don't care about. I don't care about the numbers. I don't care about the views. I sure as hell don't care about the moolah that I get with it.
Unfortunately.
And unfortunately, I mean, I don't care about that. What I care about is having a connection with others and feeling so grateful that I have a fan base, which is crazy to say still. Um, yeah, I don't care about any of that, but just the fans and how much I love them and how much I'm so grateful for them. But it's so crazy. Like within a year and a half, like seeing everything just climb, climb, climb. I just, I get speechless.
I
I'm
hear
just
that.
like, what in the world is my life? Like, it's crazy. It's honestly like the only thing I could just say is just like, it's crazy. It's mind blowing. Like,
I mean, yeah, it sounds like you're thankful for everything happening, which
yes,
is awesome. You
I
know what
am
I mean?
so incredibly
Like,
thankful.
absolutely. No, that's great. I'm again, I'm happy to see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I've been snooping your profiles too because I'm an evil interviewer and I do my research, right?
So we love it.
So I know on your Spotify it says that you've learned guitar, piano, violin, banjo, mandolin, and they're all self-taught. Which one would you say you're best at? And is there any instruments you're working on as well?
Um, I would say I'm most better on the guitar.
Abs-
This is one of my babies. My instruments are my children,
Always.
as I call them. I'm most better on guitar, and I started picking up the guitar. Well, actually, pause. I was in band for 7.5 years. I gotta include that. So that's
Hmm.
really how my music getting into instruments. I played clarinet, so the clarinet was actually my first instrument that I ever picked up. But
Saxophone on my end. I feel you. I played band 8 years.
oh, wait, brass. Oh, you're brass.
Always. No, I'm a woodwind.
Oh, wait.
Yep,
Yeah,
we're
okay
good.
then. Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
yeah. No,
I was
I
about
ain't a
to say
trumpet player. Get him out of
I
here.
get it. Yeah, literally trumpet players. We don't care about you. You're too set. No. We always made fun of our
For the
trumpets.
record, I can't play a trumpet. It is pretty
I
cool.
can't
But
either. So we just always like to tease the trumpets. But anyways.
always. No, I got you though.
Anyways, guitar was my first instrument that I picked up, and I dibble dabbled with it. I was around 12 when I first picked it up. I just dabbled with it, being almost a teenager. I was like,
Hmm.
I'll learn a song or two, and then at 14, 15, um, I seriously was like, hey, I want to learn this. So I learned the guitar and I taught myself through YouTube. all through
Hmm.
all through YouTube. And then I picked up the piano and the mandolin and the violin.
You're giving me PTSD because
And,
it sounds like we've been down a very similar path with that. Oh my gosh.
and uh and then what was it? 3 years ago I picked up the banjo. My uncle gave me his banjo because I've been
That's
wanting
so
it for a
cool.
long time. And it just sat in my aunt in his closet and he's like, I'm gonna loan this to you. Like, you can have it. And I'm like, okay. Been wanting this for years, but okay. So I've dibble dabbled in that. Still learning it, still quite new to it. But I mean, I'm learning how to play it. So, but yeah, I've been playing instruments ever since I was practically a young lad.
We need
And
that Danielle Evans banjo classic. I'm
yeah,
telling you, I'm
literally.
waiting. Clock's ticking. I'll put it that way. You owe me a banjo classic now.
I'll get it out on the next open mic.
Oh my gosh, I would actually blush. That would be so dope. I have a weird obsession with the banjo. I think it's like the most underrated instrument ever. It's so funny.
It is though.
It's
It
so
really,
good.
it
Um,
really
okay, so this all being said, right? Um, I also was reading through that same you have like that paragraph on your Spotify, so I am getting a little bit of that off
Yeah,
of
yeah,
this.
yeah. No, you're good.
But you mentioned as well, how when you were around 17, you were on America's Got Talent. That's pretty cool. How'd that go?
Yeah. Not a lot of people really know that. And when I first told everybody, they were like, no, like, no.
Yeah,
I'm like, yeah.
yep.
I had my little sticker. I don't know where it went, but
Yeah.
I have photos on my phone for evidence, so that way I can just like, I
Oh,
was on America's Got Talent.
I believe you.
But I was what, 7, just turning 17. I auditioned at the end of 2017, and I went down to Chicago because I'm from Michigan. So
Mm-hmm.
Michigan down to Chicago isn't really that far. And
Not at all.
Jesus, there was 1,600 people in one room, in
Oh my
one
gosh.
big freaking room.
That sounds like a
And
party.
it was so great. Getting to meet the producers and see behind the scenes and seeing the film people, and then we all get together and like cheer and dance and hype people up while they're filming. And it was a very, very surreal thing, especially at my age. I'm just starting out in music at this time, and it was just a once in a lifetime opportunity, as I tell everybody. And
Absolutely.
I made it to 3 rounds, almost to the live shows, but
W-
unfortunately, I got,
Do you,
I got
it's on the 12th season?
yeah.
I might
I think
have
that
like,
I think that was when Grace Vanderwall
yeah, that's like
won.
that's crazy. I might have like watched that whole season when I was a
Yeah,
kid. Like,
I think I did too. I want to say so, but yeah, I got to 3 rounds and then I got cut, which of course I was obviously like devastated. Like, oh, I was so
oh,
close. I was so close, but it really gave me the little push to like, ooh, maybe I want to take this further.
absolutely.
So yeah, that was a really, really fun experience, and getting to experience that with family as well, because my mom traveled down and all. I remember the morning of all of my friends came over and they like brought me coffee and
Heck yeah.
these signs and stuff like, you go get it, you got this, like, we love you, like, we're so proud of you. And it
That's
was
cool.
it was a overall like great day, and seeing all the love and support from family and friends was also just like, it was mad.
Absolutely. No, that's great. That sounds awesome. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I'm jealous. No, but I totally feel it. Like that sounds like a really nice experience overall.
It really
Um, I was actually gonna ask about Michigan real quick, right?
cheating. The
So
town.
I'm from the Midwest as well. I'm from Minnesota. So like how do you deal with the winter? How do you do it? I know we're in the summer right now.
Keyword, we don't
Yeah.
deal with the winters.
Okay.
uh
Just making sure it's just me.
no, they are so bad. I don't even know. The S word is like a curse word. Like,
Amen. No,
you
I
don't figure like last year, the last 2 winters thankfully have been very mild for us. But this year I've been getting cold because
ooh,
of summer, obviously, with we call them Indian summers. When it's an Indian summer, it's a bad winter.
yeah. No, yeah, fair enough. No, I hear that for sure.
But yeah,
I
no, when the winters are what was it? Not couple years ago, we got stuck in a massive blizzard and we had no school for 2 months.
I was that the one that was like 4 or 5 years ago, right?
Yeah,
That
four or
was that
five years
really big
ago.
one. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I remember that year real
Mm-hmm.
bad. Minnesota got hit too, and
Mm-mm.
I'm from like Minneapolis, so like even in the
Oh,
city
gee.
we got hit. You know what I mean? Like it
Mm.
was crazy.
Yeah.
Snow PTSD.
Yeah, literally.
Oh,
Snow PTSD.
so speaking of Michigan. What are some opportunities that you feel that you have because you're in Michigan that have helped you in your music?
Um, hmm. Getting to go to festivals and stuff, seeing other artists perform, that's really, really inspiring because it's like, oh, I
Mm-hmm.
want to, that's my dream one day is to like be on a stage in front of people and hearing them sing back my songs and all of that. And obviously, Chicago is a really close drive from where I'm from in Michigan. I'm from, like, if I were to do that, I don't know how it would go up on the screen, but
Yeah, you're in the bottom hand.
yeah, I'm like, this is like the Indiana state line. I'm like right close. I'm just
Oh,
like a couple
you're
miles
literally
to the
there.
Indiana
Like,
state line. Yeah, I'm just like a couple miles.
yeah,
So I'm not that far. So Chicago is also a really like great opportunity to go down there.
always.
So uh I would say that's probably about it. I know that sounds kind of sad, but I'm from, a small town. There's not really much here
I get
offer.
it.
That's why I'm really hoping to move down to Nashville in a couple of years. That
Oh,
that has been my dream
that's
for
like right where I'm at. Because I went over to Roanoke, which is about 2 hours from there. But
yeah,
like, oh, okay, more like 4 hours. But cool.
so,
No,
yeah.
absolutely. Ooh, man, in Nashville. That sounds crazy.
Yeah,
That
I know. It's been my goal to get down there since I was a teenager. It's like
absolutely.
Nashville just really like struck me like that's the home of music, country music especially. I mean, I love all genres, but like getting to hear like actual country music down there would be great. And there's a lot more opportunities down there than up.
Mm-hmm. I will tell you, I used to not be a country fan, but having lived out here now, like I know exactly what you mean. There are
Country
some
music is what I
amazing
grew.
people.
Country music is what I grew up on. So
Yeah, I was definitely more of a pop kid, but like it country as of the last year has
oh,
really grown on me,
oh
like
yeah,
considerably.
yeah.
Um, okay. So you mentioned artists, seeing artists live is a big part of what has helped you with your music. Who's your favorite live performance you've seen?
Jesus.
I know. I asked tough ones. Feel free to take a minute.
Hmm. Hmm. I loved all of them. Jesus.
Yeah,
It would either have to be. Okay, it comes down to three. I'm gonna pick three.
perfect.
Okay, Niall Horan.
Ah,
I love him. Oh my god, I have a thing for Niall. Oh my god. I could just stop fangirling right now. 5 Seconds of Summer.
oh, I've heard they are amazing.
They are
Yeah.
good. I went to go that it was a Young Blood tour that I went to go see them on it. Oh my god. I lost my voice. Let's just put it at that. I lost
Absolutely.
my voice screaming. It was so good. Um, and then another group called Cimarelli, if you've heard of them. I don't know. They're from
S-
Nashville.
Never.
Cimarelli. Cimarelli.
Cimarelli.
Yeah, they're a group of five sisters.
Oh, that sounds cool.
Yeah.
I'll be looking that up after this.
Yeah.
Absolutely. No, that's awesome. Um, as far as like musical influences go, what are a few of the artists you listen to when you're looking for inspiration on what you're doing?
Ooh, let me get on my Spotify.
I
I
feel
need
it. Yeah, that's
I
all
need I
good.
need to I need to look.
I highly recommend, by the way, as well. If you don't have it yet, Last FM, because what it does is, yeah, when you play it, tracks your Spotify and like what you're playing, so you know in the future. It's super helpful.
That's a good tip.
Mm-hmm.
That is a good tip. A really, really good tip.
But my big one is the Gorillas. Apparently, like I listen to a lot of them. But anyway, not about me.
I would say my musical influences. Um, I would say a mixture of Niall Horan, Harry Styles.
Mm,
Um, who else was on my list? Oh, a group called We Three. Don't know if you've heard of them. They're
I
really good.
recognize it. I recognize the name.
They're really good. I love them so much. We Three, Niall, Harry, and I know it by the tip of my tongue. I just can't find it. I know this is also going to sound basic as well, but Olivia Rodrigo.
It's not basic. Olivia Rodrigo just dropped
I
one of the
know
best
she's
albums
amazing.
of last
She's
year. Yeah,
amazing. She's amazing.
absolutely. I put Billie Eilish and her brother on a really high level in the same way, so I know exactly what you mean.
I love them. I love
Yep.
and Billy.
Yeah, both of them are good.
Yes, they are.
But no, absolutely. That is some I hear your influences in your songwriting, especially, I would say. Like for sure. Because you branch a lot of different like tones with your songs, but you know what I mean? Like I can see
Yeah.
like that part of it there for sure. Well,
Yeah.
that's amazing. Um, I always like to ask this question, and this is also a difficult one. So it's okay if there's not an answer.
Okay.
What has been your favorite song to release, and is there a story behind why?
Oh, dear Lord. Now we're gonna get on my Spotify again because I can't remember all the songs I've released.
I have it pulled up right here. You do have a very
I
large
have a
selection.
lot. I just love releasing.
Me too.
Um, okay, now I need to get on
Ooh,
mine.
this gravestone cover is really cool. I haven't seen this one. I apologize.
Oh, you're good, you're good. Um, I'm gonna do. Ooh, you know what? We're gonna go with a good old Better Days.
Better Days.
Better Days. That's the one because that was my first single of this year that
Ah,
I announced. It came out on April 15th. And that was my main single leading to everything coming out in a few short weeks, which is
excuse me.
you're good. So yeah, I would have to do Better Days. And I remember writing the song with another artist. It was my first co-writing session. And we both had the same feelings and message that we wanted to get across, that, no matter how you're feeling, what you're going through, better days will come, and you just have to keep going no matter how hard it is, and just to know that you're not alone and you'll never be alone.
Hmm.
And getting to see my vision come to life with the lyrics and the melody, and then getting in touch with one of my friends. His name is Tommy, and Tommy made this beautiful acoustic track, which if you hear the song, then then you
Hmm.
heard it. And just getting to sing back to that track was really like a almost emotional type of way, because getting to see my vision brought to life was just so magical. And that song just still really, really, really means a lot to me. And so, yeah, I would most likely 100% choose Better Days as
A
for
big
that.
one for you.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. No, I've heard this quote before, and the quote is that I love the creation I've created. I did not like the process to get there. You know what I mean? And like
Uh-huh.
it sounds like that, where like you finally got to the end of this thing, and it was like
Yeah.
it was exactly what you had pictured.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you mean by that.
Bringing the
That's
vision
cool.
to life is just so beautiful to see. Just everything just coming together all in one. So
Absolutely. Um, okay. I know I'm getting closer to the end of my time on this for our recording.
okay.
Um, no, I'm gonna ask one more question beforehand, actually, just because I love asking questions. Okay. So one of my last sorry, I have to remember how I was gonna word this one. Okay. So like we talked about the music side a lot, right? But
Yes.
when it comes to writing, where would you say that like have you always been a creative writer, or has it kind of been something that you've recently diven into?
I've always been creatively writing.
Mm-hmm.
I journal, so mostly my journal entries are like, oh, how I'm feeling, what my day was like, what I did, or either just hearing how others are feeling in the real life situations that are happening and what they tell me. I go about that, and if something strikes out to me, I will literally just write it down, keep it in my phone in my notes, and then sooner or later come back to it and slowly start picking out, oh, this could be good for a song, or this could not, or this could be good for something else. Like creative writing has always been a part of me, and I really started getting more seriously into it within the last 4 years. All throughout my high school years, I was just like,
Mm-hmm.
journaling entry, like not really taking it seriously. And then after America's Got Talent is when I really started like, hey, I could like actually like full force this. Like I can do
Mm-hmm.
this. And getting other people's responses, like my family, for instance. My family is a huge support. All of my family, shout out to them. Love you guys. Um, but they have always been like a huge support in my writing as well. Like getting their opinions and all of that. So creative writing has been something that's always
Absolutely. Heck yeah. I did think of one last question, by the way.
okay.
So this is kind of another writing related one,
Mm-hmm.
but when it comes to inspiration for your songs, not as much musically, just like when you need a topic for what you're going to make a song on, where do
Mm-hmm.
you find yourself drawing that inspiration from?
Um, really from myself, because I have a lot of, you know, issues. As I like to call them. I have a
No.
lot of issues and feelings, and even like just from family situations or like what other people
Mm-hmm.
are dealing with. Just to go back to what we talked about previously, it was
Mm-hmm.
I really just really focus on and get inspired by human connections, human emotions and feelings, and I get super inspired because like I said, mental health as well is something I love writing about,
Mm-hmm.
and having the chance to help others feel less alone and having them connect with what I write and what I release and put out is something that I strive to continue doing.
Vital. I hear that for sure. Well, absolutely. I love that answer. That was beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
So that being said, we are rounding out to the end of this. Do you have anything that you want to promote that you have coming up, whether it's within the next couple of weeks, the next year? Like what's going on with you right now?
Well, One More Day, as we talked about previously, that is my latest single at the moment. It came out July 22nd on all platforms. And whenever this is released, my debut album, Breakthrough, is out now. So, it's a collection of songs from 2+ years ago that I got out of the closet and I decided, hey, you know what? I'm just gonna make a little album. Make a little album of songs, and in all serious now, this whole album is like my child. Like it feels so weird and so scary to like let go of it because I've like clutched to these songs when I needed them most.
Mhm.
And now to let other people have them, it's like from my heart to yours, take care of it gently. Don't just take care of it gently and really take in everything. It comes from beautiful, happy ray of sunshine to self-confidence and self-esteem and grief, depression, anxiety. It goes through a waves of emotions with this album, and I'm so excited for it to finally be out on August 26th on all major
Excuse me.
platforms. So it's called Breakthrough, and I named that as well because throughout all the darkness and everything, there's always a brighter tomorrow, and you will get your breakthrough. You just have to keep going and keep fighting for it.
Absolutely.
That's like a behind on why I named it Breakthrough as well, because a lot of people have been curious on why did you name it Breakthrough? Like, is there a song called Breakthrough on the album? No,
Nope.
no.
Does
It's
it have
just,
to be?
I was actually thinking about that, but then I'm like, no, I don't want that to like
I'm not that guy.
be, no,
You go be that
I'm
guy.
not that person. I was literally considering it of writing a song called Breakthrough and then having it on the album, but I'm like, no, that's just too cheesy. I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be that artist. No. So yeah, I have my album coming out, and I'm gonna be making a lot more covers in the next couple of months as well. I'm in the works already, as if the album isn't enough. I'm in the works of releasing my third EP already.
Wait, really?
Yeah, for early next year, like
Man,
January or February. So yeah, I'm not stopping.
nothing
The
wrong with that.
grind never stops with me, and writing never stops. So these are gonna these songs are like unreleased songs that didn't make the album. I
Okay.
I want them to have their own moment to really shine.
Well, absolutely.
So yeah, but album, more covers, and working on my third EP. So
That's amazing. No, we wish you nothing but luck here from Ascendance. You know what I mean?
yes, I love you guys. You guys are the best, and I'm so happy.
That's good.
It's,
We're happy too. You know what I mean? It has been a pleasure being able to do this with you and getting your word out. You know what I mean? Because if there's
yes,
anything I know, it's that the Danielle Evans story needs to keep going. Get that train rocking and rolling.
yes, yes.
Absolutely. But that being said, from the team of Ascendants, I am Rat King, and this is my hand blurred. This is you can name yourself, my fault.
Okay, then Danielle Evans.
Uh, and this has been an interview.
Woohoo!
Woo! That I hope y'all have a beautiful rest of your days.